Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. Deep breath, right? So we are not at Shady Acres. I am at Grandpa Doss Farms, and I've thought 100,000 ways to start this video and thought about it, and I still don't really know what I'm doing. But me and my brothers, Chad Doss Farms, Matt Doss Way, are helping take care of Grandpa Doss Farms while he just had open heart surgery yesterday. Today is Tuesday, July 30th, and it is basically the only thing on any of our hearts and minds, and I know your guys's. So I do want to say I'm not going into detail. There's a line that's got to be navigated between YouTube life and real life, but you guys are part of the family in your own way, and you deserve to know that. And you may already know this. I don't even know if anybody else has posted anything yet, but Grandpa Doss, my dad, he is doing fine. He went through the surgery like a champ, and I think it was a couple hours long, which I believe was a little shorter than what they were estimated originally, but he's going through recovery, and Mom has been up there and keeping in touch with us back here. So obviously open heart surgery is a big deal, but as far as the normalcy, and this is a pretty routine as far as I understand surgery, the bottom line is that Grandpa Doss, Dad, is doing good, doing well. The surgery went well. He is going through a normal recovery from a surgery of that type. And I think the biggest thing for all of us right now is we're tired, we're exhausted. But I feel completely guilty even talking about my own feelings and emotions, because we're supporting him, and he's got, it's a long recovery, and a lot of you guys commented the most important part for him is that we are going to have to make him follow the proper recovery. Now, before the surgery, he was very good about saying, I'm going to trust the doctor. The doctor looked at him, he got in his face and said, you have to trust me and do this. So we got to hold him accountable, guys. It's going to take some time. It's going to take a lot of time. But as you know, he's got a lot of support, and we're going to just do everything we can to accommodate. And I think the struggle is, this is K&S Get Out. This is Kyle and Shannon's story. This is, that is how close our family is. And we empathize ridiculously hard. And so when we're going through this, we all deal with it in our own way, emotionally, spiritually. And this is kind of where this content creator YouTube life, this is where those lines have to be drawn, and it's really hard to navigate, because we're kind of farmer homesteader, but we're family, and we vlog, and vlog means that you tell your life story, or the parts that you want to make publicly available, and this is very consuming, and that's okay. So my hand is getting a lot better, by the way. I have not forgotten about it yet. I do have to admit, I'm not covering it as much as I was in the beginning, but I'm very careful. I don't use it to feed. I don't use it for, putting hay in. I don't let it hang down anywhere near Bruno. Well, anywhere near Bruno or the goats or anybody for that matter. Hi, puppers. How are we? Got some good buddies over here that fortunately welcomed me instead of attacking me, right? Yeah. Got the hugs, got the paws, all the good stuff. They have also been respecting my hand. I had to let them know when I first got here, the right hand's got to be a little protected. So I did not film the feeding because I have to admit, I got in the garage and I felt a little brain dead, and it took me a minute to kind of get it all. And Dad is the funniest guy, man. The cool thing is he's got a table in there where he's got all the goat treats, dog treats, everything that comes down for the feeding for the most part. And he wrote on the bags and put the animal, and then he designated whether it's AM or PM or AM and PM. So really, I just kind of had to get in the mindset and follow Dad's instruction. So everybody was good. I am going to refresh their waters because it is stinking hot. Definitely got to sweep the goat poo off still. Dogs got their food. Where them goaties at? How you doing? Are you saying hi? Did you just bark at a leaf that fell behind me? You're silly. You're silly. Man, I feel like I can tell Riley and Rebel apart until I come back and I'm like, wait a minute. I think that was Rebel that we were just looking at. But I know you guys that watch Grandpa Doss Farms religiously, you're gonna correct me or tell me, yes, that is Rebel. I think it's the black, right? Around the eye, got a little bit more on his ears. I don't know. It's tough. Man, you guys are so different than my goatees. You got a lot of similarities, but you're also so different. The sounds that come out of these guys versus mine, mind you, I have 11, he's got 5. These guys don't make, like, the volume is so much lower. Now they'll get a little rowdy, they can, I've heard it, but now that my young ones, Lil Mario and Koopa and them are growing up, they are starting to sound more like Spruce. I don't think any of them are ever going to be able to have the same volume that Spruce Loose can get, but they're starting to make his same noises, and I'm just nervous that one of these days we ain't going to be able to hear anything until we... What's the matter, P-Dub? Well, I was loving on you a little bit ago and you had no problem with it. You silly heads. So on Sunday, before Mom and Dad left, Shannon and I came over and just kind of wanted to be here whenever they left. And, you know, I don't know. It's just, we wanted to see them. We wanted to be together. So we saw them off and, you know, it was what it was. It was what you thought. And basically from the moment that they left until we got the all clear, very little sleep has been had. So normally, and this has been happening a lot lately, guys, you know this. Normally we try to publish our videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. But we've had a lot going on lately, and I know everybody in the world does, so I'm trying not to be selfish here, but we've just kind of been trying to navigate the filming and the editing and the publishing and all of that good stuff, because a lot that has been going on has affected our timeline and our schedules and all that. So I do apologize for the missed publishings, guys, and it's not that obviously I don't want to do it or provide the information to you, but I was in no place yesterday, Monday, while Dad was having his surgery. I was in no place to film a video. I couldn't do it. Understandably so. But I had woken up at, I struggled to go to sleep. I woke up at 4. I knew that Mom and Dad were going to the pre-op at 5:30. And so I didn't want to bother them, but I waited and typed a whole bunch of messages and deleted them, and finally got one together and texted them around 5 something and got to hear back from them. And, you know, we were all kind of just on pins and needles at that point. But guys, if this is your first time here, I am so sorry. I know you feel out of the loop. My dad had open heart surgery, and my whole family is on YouTube, and so I'm just trying to give updates, because in our last video we closed out and I had let you know that we needed your help, and that was me asking for prayers for my dad and my family, and you guys stepped up. That morning from 4 until 5:15ish or 5 o'clock or whatever time I text Mom and Dad, you know, I was praying myself and talking to God. Yes, I'm a believer, not ashamed, but as a part of my prayer time, I went to the comments on that video and I was reading your guys' comments, and, you know, a lot of you wrote out prayers and gave, you know, very supportive, like, just an abundance of awesomeness, guys. I couldn't even get through all of them. There were so many comments. Probably will go back now that everything's... What's up, Abu? What are you talking about, buddy? What's up, man? Is Timmy in the well? Or is Matt in the well? You guys speak... What's up, buddy boy? What? I was just talking about how your noises are nothing like my goats, and that would be another one. Mine don't sound like that. Is your voice box broken? Are you okay? You got hay. You gotta put a little more air behind that. Is everything all right? You've got hay, you've eaten. You're good, I know. Are you just wanting more treats? You don't get any more treats. You've had all the treat allotment that Dad's manual said to give you. Maybe we should go check on the other two littles. You trying to tell me something, buddy? Yeah, and I'm sweaty. It is, I think that heat index today is getting close to 100 degrees. It was hot yesterday. We've got a few more. I don't know. It's just going to be hot. It's summertime. It is what it is. But I got here and I was sweating so much from rushing to get all of my animals taken care of before I came over that I raided Dad's closet and repping the Grandpa Doss Farms t-shirt today. And their house, I walked inside. You know, the difference between that house and the camper that Shannon and I live in, it's just a little different, you know, but you walk in, you feel the air conditioning, the floor's not moving, and I can stand up, I can raise my arms, I can walk through the door jams and not have to duck. And yeah, boy, how about goals and dreams there? It was amazing, but it was a little tough to come back out and do more of this, but it's okay. It's all in the name of future plans, right? And I'm thankful that they literally, their house is open to me anytime I need it or want. For those of you who know me, when I don't have my Shannon with me, my wife, my beautiful wife, the S in K&S, my thoughts are just, there's a straight connection. I don't even think there's much of a filter, but my thoughts just start pouring out of my mouth. And I've got to admit, all that I really want to talk about is my dad and my family. But more importantly, you guys deserve a little update and, you know, navigating how to do that exactly, whatever. There's a lot to it, but again, I can't tell you thank you enough, and how real you guys made it feel that I wasn't alone, you know. And during the day yesterday, you know, of course, Shannon had to go to work. She just started her job not too long ago, and, you know, they don't hand out PTO right out of the gate. I do have to say, though, she told them what's going on in our situation, and it doesn't matter. The people she works with, this company, it's different than the one she used to. They're just different. They're good people. And so tomorrow, Wednesday, they said, hey, take the day off. Said, go with your husband. So we're going to try to go see Dad, and we got to, you know, it kind of depends on how he's doing, obviously, because there's a whole lot going on right now, and Mom is up there. She's keeping tabs. My own family, our extended family, you guys, thank you so much. And God is good. God is good. And we're just gonna lean on him. And man, I'm excited for Dad that they found this, and that he's now on the road to recovery, so that, you know, the problems that could have come from it are mitigated, are gone. That's the right word, right? Yeah, we'll go with that. So for me, for right now, today, you know, I know these are those weird videos that if somebody finds it down the road, you know, and they're going back and rewatching stuff or whatever, they're gonna be like, what is this video? Where is he? That's not Shady Acres, which that's where Shannon and I are building our homestead. But just bear with me. This is the story right now. So I'm going to leave the rest of the details to other family members. And, you know, we'll see when Dad's in any shape to have a camera back in his face when we get to hear from him or see him in videos again. But obviously, not even thinking about when that's going to be or rushing that right now. We're just getting him back to good health, back in good shape. I've tried to stop talking about this now 20 times. I'm trying to move on to something else. And I just don't think it's going to happen. If you're new here, I've got 11 of my own goats back at our place. I've got 5 adult guineas, and I've got 9 guineas in a brooder that desperately need to be put out in that run. But my hand wasn't ready yesterday, and I think I may be able to glove up and do it today. It is so stinking hot that, you know, I've got a fan going in the shed where my brooder is, and I maybe have to start calling that a barn. Is that what you got to call it if you're raising animals in it? Nah, it's still gonna be a shed. It's also got a refrigerator and chainsaws and tools. But those guinea keets are ready, so ready. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. But it's gonna have to wait for the next video. I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna keep this video short and sweet. Probably gonna cut, I don't know, I've rambled for a long time and you guys haven't seen me do anything. Well, trust me, I did everything. I believe tomorrow Chad and I are meeting here, and we're gonna try to put a video together for, I think it's for Grandpa Doss Farm's channel. I don't think it's for he or I, but you know, that's how YouTube works. You got to keep the videos coming out, and we thought maybe that would give you guys a fun video that, you know, Chad and I trying to follow Grandpa's footsteps out here. And we all three have a lot of similarities, but a lot of differences. It's quite comical at times, but you know, this is the fun thing about YouTube is, you know, I'm one of those stay positive people, you know, stay positive, see things in the good light, and have hope, have faith, and nothing will test your faith more than some kind of large events like this in your family or in your close friends and people. But I have to admit, the only times that it really, you know, I felt like I was failing at feeling was when I would not put my faith and keep my faith where it needs to be. And so I've spent so much time with God and in the Word, and for 2 seconds, if I don't, I'm a mess. And that was what started to happen yesterday morning when I woke up and was thinking about Mom and Dad and thinking, you know, what are they doing right now? They're getting ready, they're doing this, and they're going to leave at this time, blah, blah, blah. Well, that was me not focused on what I needed to focus on. And that was why I had to turn to the Word and I had to pray. And then I went to the comments where you guys had literally typed out prayers and were pushing encouragement. And, you know, it's fascinating to me. There were even some comments in there of people who don't have a family unit like we have. And they were astonished that all of us are as impacted, our emotions are as impacted by this when it's not us that's going through it. It's our family member. And so I feel for you. I wish everybody could have this, you know, but we are just so blessed, and I am so thankful. And the longer we do this and we put it out there on the old interwebs, the more the gratefulness builds, and the less I take things for granted, like my family and the wonderful people, like my whole family, not just the ones on YouTube, but everybody. And it's now grown to tens of thousands of you, or who knows how many, I don't know. Okay, for real, I'm going to stop talking about it now, okay? I'm sure that we'll have more conversation about it. If you want to know more, just keep an eye out on Grandpa Doss Farms, which is Chad, Matt Doss Way. There'll be videos coming out all week long, and you're going to get different bits and pieces of how we felt about it. But guys, again, you guys are, I feel weird saying this. I feel weird because it's not normal. You know, it's not very normal. It's super normal for us now, but even a lot of you have shared your story, and some of you have gone through exactly what my dad just had done. And some of you are in the middle of recovering from it. Some of you have a lot of other ailments, and you know, we're all human. We're all born, this is going to sound bad, but I don't take this bad, but we are all born terminally ill, right? We know 100% sure that we're not going to make it forever. Anybody, that's 100% guarantee. So, you know, it helps me, and I hope it helps you to know and see, you know, that it kind of helps offload the selfishness, and it really puts things into perspective. I have so much to be grateful for Dad's health going into this. My dad is like one of the healthiest, fittest guys. I said that in the last video, but you know, he's an inspiration to so many of us, and he's super disciplined. He has the heart of, you know what I'm saying. But it's easy when trauma hits to just kind of throw all that out the window and want to cry about it, you know. But we've got to have hope, and we got to find joy and find the positive through the pain. You know, it is there. I can't believe I'm saying this on video. I feel like right now I'm sitting across from one of you specific commenters that I read the morning of. And that's okay. That's okay. It's who I am. It's what I do. And if you don't like it, this will probably be your last video. And there's nothing I can do about that because it's who I am. And I'm not ashamed. Okay, for real, laughter, fun, jokes, other animals, our place, the work, all of that stuff is still going on, and we're going to bring you back to that. But I wanted to get a video out as soon as possible so that you knew everything was okay, and we're moving forward, and you know, it's just part of it, right? Okay, well, my hair's getting shaggy and it's getting hot, so I'm going to go get a haircut. And then I'm going to go back and get my Bruno man out and keep going with the chores and the projects and all that good stuff. I'm sorry, no Shannon in this video. This week's going to be a little funky, but I promise I'll get her back in the next one, guys. Guys, I say this routinely, and sometimes I feel like it's just become routine, but I need you and want you to know I mean it. We love and appreciate each and every one of you. We truly do. Thank you for coming along on all these journeys with us and just the journey of life. I mean it. And as always, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.